So the idea is that you probably don't want to buy a clarinet right now if it's used. Like if you buy a clarinet on Marketplace, you probably don't want to do that because, well, it could have a hidden spit wad in it. And that could, lead to
Well, at the moment in time, when you have a child that has a love to play clarinet or tuba like I did, my mom actually bought me a brand new clarinet for $1,200. But did she pay the bill? Nope. So afterwards, in 10th grade, she bought me one from a college over here in McKinney. It was an A flat clarinet, not like the B flat clarinet. So yeah, it was like $300 for it. So you get what you get paid for.
I'm just saying you probably would want to buy new. You'd want to buy
I
a
don't
new
know.
clarinet.
So
A new
of
clarinet.
course, everybody wants something new. So at the time, you know what? Now that I think about it, do they have a saline solution that you could put down the wood pipe instrument to make sure it's more sanitized?
You would want to clean the clarinet.
Do they have that? You could clean the mouthpiece and the barrel, and then you have the other barrel, and then you have the tone barrel on the bottom. But shit, this might be a good idea. Is there any solution that you can go through it to sanitize it without ruining the wood products of the clarinet or any wood instrument or even brass instruments that I'm not familiar with?
I would just go new on the clarinet. Although if I did buy a used clarinet, I'd probably clean it thoroughly, especially nowadays.
How do you clean it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember my teachers teaching me this or.
There's clarinet cleaning supplies, that you can buy.
But that was back in the day. That's to make sure the keys don't rust together, and it's just a swab that you stick down. It's a cloth swab, so you're like jabbing it in. It's like a big little, big Q-tip swab or something. So it's totally different now.
Because we're thinking about adding a clarinet as an instrument with the guitar.
So that's a really good idea. Like, I don't think you can sit it over there and run it through sanitizer or something.
You'd have to clean it if you're going to buy a clarinet.
Most schools, come back. Most schools these days, if your instrument is over $3,000, like a big tuba, or sometimes a French horn, or a bassoon, or bass clarinet that I played, then they have to provide that for you.
Yes, they do.
And then they have liability insurance reasons because if you're like a 12-year-old walking down the street with some big old case, it's going to break. So the school has liability issues for that.
I started on the trumpet.
I did the trumpet. Mm-hmm. You got 3 fingers, right?
But I probably wouldn't want to buy a used trumpet right now without cleaning it thoroughly.
Well, that's a lot of spit in the trumpet. That's totally different.
Until, of course, the pandemic calms down.
No,
and you don't want loose spit wads, inside the instrument. The music department right now is under a lot of stress in schools and everything because you
play the guitar now.
You have to breathe differently when you're playing an instrument, especially if it's a wind instrument or what do you call the clarinet? It's it's a reed. Woodwind instrument.
Reed, and then your brass instrument.
Or brass instruments. Trumpet.
Trumpet.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway.